celebrity names, lands a dart and lands on Duran Duran. He's Elvis Duran.
That's how he got Elvis.
That's what he tells me.
I'm going to be doing more of these, but I'm not using my real name anymore.
What's it going to be?
What's your real name on radio?
I had a bunch, so I'll go through all of those.
Yes.
My favorite was Michael O'Shea.
Michael O'Shea.
And then I put a K in it.
Are we live, Justin?
And Michael K. O'Shea.
Okay, so what we're discussing is different radio names that Howard has had. He's had...
Large John Lurie.
In Canada, his radio name was Large John Lurie.
I put the large in.
He put the large in. He's been Michael O'Shea.
Michael K. O'Shea.
Have you ever been Bobby O'Donohue?
No.
I vote for that.
Richards was first.
Oh, Jay Richards. How come there's actually more radio people named Jay than there are people in real life named
That was
Jay?
one of the first J's, I have to tell you.
Before Jay Fredericks?
Yeah, I was before Jay. I was.
I think you need a new name.
He was still Fritz Coleman.
Do you know who Jay Fredericks is?
No.
Fritz Coleman.
Fritz Coleman. It was Jay Fredericks for a long time in Buffalo.
Yeah,
No.
because his first name his real name is Joseph. His middle name is Frederick. So that's how he got Jay Fredericks. And then Fritz is a nickname for Freddie, right?
Yeah.
So Fritz is the diminutive of Fred, and I don't know what's wrong with Coleman. He's got the world's most perfect radio last name.
Coleman's fine.
I know,
Coleman's good.
but they told him you
He
sound
wanted
too
a
much
real-
like a
he
Nazi
wanted a different name, so you use Jay Fredericks on KBNB.
with the name Fritz. I don't know that.
My father.
They told him he can't be Fritz.
Fritz is Nazi.
You're on the air with.
He was a good jock. Funny.
Oh, he's one of the funniest guys alive. Yeah.
And,
What other good radio names are there? Then it's funny to find out their real name. Big Ron O'Brien. Wonder what.
Ron O'Brien, Kiss FM.
You almost sound like him.
Yeah.
No,
That's scary.
I can do.
Ron had a great
So
voice.
you guys don't know that I
Great
do
voice.
this, so,
We do. I do know that you do this.
Bruce
I-
Vidal.
Bruce Vidal.
Bruce Vidal.
I love him. I love him.
Yeah, big Ron is gone.
I lo-
We lost Larry Lujack last week.
I know.
What?
Larry Lujack from Chicago.
Oh, Lujack is big as Chicago,
Bigger than any disc jockey.
Yeah,
I mean,
Lujack
a
was
local legend.
I mean, Lujack.
And it was a free
Simon's
cha-
copied Lujack.
It was a clear channel. You could hear it everywhere at night.
More or less.
Yeah.
WCW.
Hey, Jakey. We're live. Thanks for wearing your-
And the LS lineup from is
I just took some
Fred
Advil when I got here, so
Winston,
I'm
Larry
fine
Lujack.
now.
Jakey has had a root canal. If you're
You see a
yeah.
white dot in the middle of my tooth.
so, if you're in the chat room and you would like to wish
It looks great.
good
It's halfway
good
done. They
teeth
put
health.
medicine in.
Yeah.
They drilled out the nerves.
Wait, no,
They
go on.
replaced it with
Tell
foam.
everybody. It's not a secret. He's talking about drilling nerves. It's very
Am I on
exciting.
camera? This one. Cool. Okay, so yeah.
Jakey has had a root
You
canal.
can't see anything at all.
The only thing
Lower?
more interesting than the Erie Canal is the root canal. 15 miles on
Okay.
the root canal. I
So-
had a. Go ahead.
So yeah, they cut open your tooth, like a hole in it. Then they take like what look like little push pins and they push them into where your nerves should be, right? To figure out what size your canals are.
They should first ask for your secrets. Because you'd be inclined to reveal them.
Yes.
Why not get some really good, dishy information out of you before.
Because you're so
Administering-
ridiculously medicated,
Oh.
nothing you'd say would be actually
See,
true.
that's where they make their biggest error.
Yeah.
No, don't medicate.
There was a point
Okay,
where
go ahead.
I was so numb. There was a point where I had like that you rinse and spit, right? And they gave me a paper towel to wipe my mouth with. I couldn't find my own mouth. I went like this so many times. It was yeah. But so yeah, they use push pins to gauge the size of like the different thicknesses of them to gauge the size of your canals or whatever, because you actually have canals. And then they use a drill and they drill everything out. And then for me, because I had an infection, they put foam filled with medicine, which will over the next week seep out into my bone to heal everything up.
Wow.
And then they're going to fill it with plastic and melt it with like a hot glue gun.
Wow, you're like a school project. You're like paper mache man.
Yes, I am.
Too much candy.
No, what happened was
It's the cavity I had when I was like little
Yes.
that was like good, right? But something happened with it that it
no. Amy told me, your mom told me that when you were little, they gave you a filling and they didn't quite.
That was this one.
Oh. Oh, all right. Well, they've fixed it. That's all that matters. He's all better now. Yeah. He got a root canal. Yeah, he is.
Anyway, I have pizza ready.
Pizza ready.
Cheese or pepperoni for you.
15 miles on the root canal. She's a good old worker and a good old pal. 15 miles on the root canal. Yeah, but I'm doing a song parody. Yeah. We've hauled some... what would be funnier than oxen, but has to do with, like, enamel or tooth particles. Never mind. I'll finish the song later. Hello, Maddie. How are you? Yeah, we've got a lot going on. Oh, it's gonna pop. It's gonna pop. I've got a lot of
I'm stealing your seat right now. Just for now. I'll move.
No, man. I mean, keep in mind, Nico goes to Catholic school. So let's see. I don't know what religion Montana is. Maddie's Jewish. Jake's Jewish. I'm Jewish. Kiamute is, I don't know what.
So I have a very,
Kio's
very
here.
important
No.
announcement, by the way.
Yes, but
But
say
I'm
it
gonna-
into the microphone, please, because we're live with the pre-show.
Well, I'm going to say it when the show starts because
Oh.
it's that important.
Oh, Maddie will have an announcement when the show starts.
It's that important.
She got married in Las Vegas. So my friend Jeff Feldman is coming. He's a young comedian friend of mine that I've been working with him since he was a wee little lad. And he's going to guest on the bench tonight.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just not. You
I
can
don't.
go- you can start
Hey,
one
Matt.
of these and end at one of these. You have to get to the-
Eric O'Shea, is he a comedian? I do not know him.
Where are we getting Charlie Day back?
I was listening to the Mark Maron podcast
That one guy.
in my car. They have it on, I think they have it on NPR or something like that. And I was listening to Mark Maron with Maria Bamford. And it was really good. Yeah. And before that they had Bob Odenkirk. Yeah. Not yet. Not yet.
It's much more irritating than it hurts.
Yeah, he's great. Okay.
I mean, you have legs.
Yeah, crazy cool.
They're not faces.
Yeah. I got a lot of movies to see. And Hustle.
Really give me a choice.
Hustle.
But apparently I won't have any leg hair. Like by the time I'm like 25. Oh, that's cool. Like
I saw that. I've also seen 12 Years a Mr. Banks, which is harrowing.
that's like never. What if you just rip your
Captain Phillips.
hair follicle?
Oh, The Butler's awesome. Oprah kills it.
Waxing is it's the process of ripping things
Oprah kills that movie.
Yeah, I have to do that
But
to
not
my
out of your
eyebrow.
face. No. No.
Oh yeah, it's horrible, but and I don't think that children should watch it because it's really very harrowing, and I don't think it's not appropriate for children. But if you're over 18, I'm not even going to say over 16. I'm going to say because it's just too distressing. Yes, when you're 18 by adults.
That's racist.
My husband kept saying, "Let's go, we're going," because he knows me and he could see that I was very upset. But once I start something, I don't quit. So I just kept saying, "No, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it." And so I closed my eyes throughout much of the movie. But
I don't even belong in this
I-
country, so I'm fine. Apparently, on the
but
Bible, I am
someone today was talking about how I mean, they didn't come right out and say this, but this is the truth, and I'm just going to say it. Because there are so many Jews in Hollywood, the story of the Holocaust has been told repeatedly, but the true story of slavery has never... I mean, of course it's been told, but it hasn't been told
I want to tell you.
as...
Oh wait, Justin, do you know the box with the HDMI recording software?
I mean, we understood
Nico, do you know where that was?
intellectually that there was cruelty, that people didn't just own people, that they were also extraordinarily cruel, but we really didn't understand how cruel. And it's important to know because these are behaviors that never need to be repeated.
Is the fact that if you use a switcher with Magnify, everything has to be plugged like that switcher has to be plugged into a monitor, and then the monitor has to go out of that into the box because the box, if you have it plugged directly into the switcher, every time you switch to a different input, it shuts. It's like there's no input.
So you need something to render that it's happening and constantly.
Oh wow.
Is there no
Yeah.
kind of device you can do to fix that?
all day Sunday.
I mean, basically what I was looking into was
I will.
he would have to get
I will.
like one of
I'll
the
see him all.
best solutions would have been.
Gerald Leto, yeah.
They're actually those little monitors that are like.
He is? Are you going over there?
People take like in production.
He's pretty dreamy.
Ins and outs.
Well, go over there and ask him to come on this show.
$400 or $500 a
You
piece.
gotta become
Yeah.
my pimp.
Because they're professional.
This is
I was
essential.
looking just for like an 8-inch
Oh, that's right.
monitor that, like,
Jared
just has
Leto.
the HDMI in.
Or Leto. Jared Leto would love this show.
Just like the hardware behind it minus the screen for cheaper somewhere. Like a broken one, and then just like cut off the screen entirely. I don't know.
I mean,
Okay.
you could. It's just a lot of work to
Yeah.
I'm the reason they
I don't know. I don't know how much.
I'm the reason they took.
No one's really selling broken versions. It's all like working or people.
He's Jordan Catalano.
You know, they're not cheap. So if they crack the screen or something, they probably just keep it themselves anyway. Or they're.
I will see it. I will see it. There's a documentary about his band that really has a lot to say about the music industry, and
So yeah.
not to compare musicians to slaves in a way that's disrespectful to former slaves or the
Two cameras out at a time, and they both had exactly like
slavery as a
delay pedal would have helped. That would have been
as the institution.
consistent with the 5
But this movie, and I don't know if it's called what's the name of
Well, what we do is we.
what's the name of Gerald Leto's band? Something from Mars, 50 Seconds from Mars, or 50.
The video we would
What's in
set a 5
any kid who knows? Anyway, this is a movie about how their own. I mean, Irving Azoff is managing them, so they've got this big gun, and they're still owned by their record label in a way that's like slavery. They're working for zero negative monies, and they're a household name as a band. Oh, really? Well, they were trapped. They were.
Yeah, not a lot of people are running it that way. They're just running it a single input into it. So.
Do you remember the date like Mary Lou Henner remembers dates?
And then someone was talking about the version before ours. If you had ITV,
Mm-hmm.
ITV Red, that
What is ITV?
It's the TV Mac thing. It's like you can record your TV.
Oh, Apple TV things. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's called ITV. It's like.
Well, you need to watch this movie. It's Jared Leto's movie, and it's about his band called 50 Seconds from Mars or 50 Miles from Mars or whatever it's called. Yes, he is that band. Him and his brother are that band. Yes.
So yeah, they were.
And they were completely trapped by their label, and whenever they were trying to say, we want some accounting why we haven't made a penny, and this is in our albums are in the top 10 and why we haven't made a penny, and the label's just saying, we don't care, make us another album, but we're not giving you any money. Your contract says 3 albums. And then they sued 50 Seconds from Mars for like $50 million, like, and put them under so much mental anguish. Said, make an album and we're suing you. It's craziness.
Into this mic? Am I talking into this mic? And that's good? Okay.
So what's wrong with the hoist one? Peter picked up patch of typical pepper.
Wish that I could switch it to one subject so I can get my son over here. My son told me a story about
Hello. There we go. Peter picked a patch of pickled peppers.
I'm talking into this mic. I'm seeing if the levels are good. I continue to talk as you're still adjusting knobs and looking seriously at things. Is that good?
Hello, 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 1.
Hi, I'm Jake.
I think he's a great actor, and
Did you see Dallas Buyers Club?
yeah, I did.
So the performance in there you can't touch.
It was it was the expander knob.
Oh, really? It was turned?
Sets the threshold. Well, yeah, but then again.
He does. Okay, so this is the hotel in Ireland. Oh, I'm going to learn how to speak Irish. I'm going to learn how to speak Irish. Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm going to Ireland
Oh, when?
next month.
Irish is a language?
I think people
Yes.
speak English in Ireland, though.
It sounds like this. Catch me Lucky Charms. You knew I was going to say that, right?
Well, that's a thick accent, so you prepared.
All right, Green Whiskey Mountain.
My tell was extremely blatant. I'm staying at the Brooks Hotel, and it looks like
Gabriel. Like a Mulligan's?
south of England.
I'll suck the mulligans.
Right out of you.
Look here.
Yeah, the mic.
Well, that's the thing. I was getting noise anyway.
It looks like anywhere else, right?
I was trying different.
That's Russian.
Why am I required?
But it's in Ireland. That's what makes it different. So instead of just having beds, they have Irish beds.
I'm bumping into things.
So much better.
Be a little older that it's getting a little fuzzy or like.
Yeah.
What about Irish beds is so much different than regular beds?
Nothing. That's why it's funny. All right. So. Holy cow, Howard! I'm not making noise. You are. Look, this is what you get in Ireland. Workout equipment. Irish workout equipment. Wait, I want a picture of the outdoors of the. Oh, you know what they have in Ireland that's nice? Chess and fireplaces. What? Silvering? Everybody.
Yeah, that's her. Some weird.
It's a geometry game.
How come they don't show the outside where you can tell you're in Ireland?
Lion, L-Y-N-E. It's really hard.
We just need a cool way to spell loud. Something edgy for the kids.
It's like pink with little white diamonds.
I can't see anything of Ireland. Dining, leisure, main gallery hotel. There's a meeting room. You would think they'd have a picture of the outside of the hotel, unless it's a dump.
If you'd like to.
You may.
I think I'll usually sit there, but you guys can switch.
All right, so we're gonna have one guy that if he shows up will be on the bench. And his name is Jeff.
Okay.
But it's very
like Jeff or spelled like
Geoff.
Oh,
He's a Geoff.
oh, he.
I'm GI the entire time.
The reason he's a Geoff is good though, because he's Jewish, and in Judaism you're not supposed to take on the initial of either one of your parents, and his mother's name was Joni. So he became.
why aren't you supposed to do that?
It's just you're supposed to do that for someone who's departed. Like if you like Jake's name is Marvin, so he's named after my dad who's departed. You're not supposed to give someone the same first initial as someone who's alive.
Well, I
You're
think
supposed
that's kind of just a logic thing because, like, what if you call them the same thing?
They would have the same initials. They'd be both like J Feldman. So they wanted to name him Jeff, but her name was Joni, so they named him Jeff with a G. Geoffrey. It's the same as the Toys R Us giraffe.
Talking a mic.
Giraffe with a G. What?
Mad Men?
I finished. I'm done. I'm up to. Yeah, we can talk about everything.
I'm so almost done. So almost done. I'm at the part where, what's happening? What is happening right now? Oh, Peggy accidentally stabbed her boyfriend because she thought he was. Peggy accidentally stabbed her boyfriend.
Boy, there's something wrong with that. I can only hear, if I'm the caller, I can only hear part of it. Actually, you know what I don't know? That could be my cell signal.
Okay, can we turn off all phones that are making noises?
It's off now.
Oh. I thought Maddie was doing it.
And then you find out. What,
Oh, all right. I just usually blame Maddie for things.
I'm really impressed.
and then that's when you find out why like Don has all his like sex issues
Right.
because like the hooker
that
was nice to.
prostitute?
It was so nice. Like she fed him soup, and then that was weird.
Crazy making.
She's a terrible mother.
Hate
and
her.
then his mother beats him. She's like, "You are filth." She runs a whorehouse.
Yeah, hello.
You have no moral higher ground.
I know. It's so sad.
I know.
And isn't
Please hang up and
Donna
try
Draper's
again.
daughter the
If you
best?
need help,
Oh my
hang
God,
up
that
and
was
then
so
dial
awesome.
your operator.
Sally is great, but then she walks in on them,
Hi,
and
Jeff.
that's weird.
Please hang up and try again.
know.
If you need help, hang up and then
Hi,
dial
Jeff. Does
your
everyone know
operator.
Jeff?
I don't know Jeff.
Jeff Feldman.
Everyone's
That's Montana. Kiyomute. Maddie. Montana.
Just like sitting in that chair.
Nico.
Where should I
You're going to be on the bench.
Just cut to them whenever we can.
And then,
Have a person sitting staring at
and then he's like, "You didn't see anything. I was comforting her."
Oh, yeah. It's so creepy.
That was awful. That was awful.
You have camera. Yeah, right there. The one that's
It's the one that's like the furthest away from you.
So Jeff, I'm going to hand out scripts in a second. I wanted you to take a look at question number.
and then we should have the one that's set up. That's so I don't like.
Or just upside down at all times.
Upside down and
That's okay.
slightly curved, just like that. That's the perfect.
That'd be really bad.
It'll be at a wall.
Read this question
To it and see if anyone notices. Because like you'll have to measure the walls upside
Tell
down.
me if you're willing to
Well,
talk
you.
about it.
I don't know if you would know that it was upside down, but you would definitely know that it was tilted because there's a distinct like
It's like, yeah.
Yes, but Trish just took them from me.
crosshatch pattern. Is that what it is? How would you properly define?
So that it almost looks like it's not.
How would you properly define this pattern, like the lines and?
Burlap.
I said crosshatch, but I don't know if that's the correct term.
like burlap.
Cross. This looks like a burlap sack, but I think it's like
That's not burlap. It's definitely not
thing where you
burlap.
flip
All right,
Knit-
Howard is speaking.
Sorry.
Except for Jeff. Jeff's gone.
Oh, and also Nico, because Nico's not here.
Jeff, do you need pizza? We've got pizza. Have you eaten dinner? All right.
Have good posture at all
Greens that are
times.
tender? Do you need to use the restroom before? Yeah, we'll wait for you then.
Thank you.
Right to the,
Just slump.
goes right through you.
Have horrible back problems because of me. That will definitely make me feel happy.
So I
will have
showed
no
Jeff
guilt
the question
whatsoever.
in question,
Is it,
and
is
then
it
he
'cause you're
immediately
so
got up
tall?
and
'Cause
left.
every time you sit in a car, you have
So-
to like.
I know, but I hope he's not like, I don't want to talk about that.
Is that any? Is this ceiling any higher in the front?
He doesn't have to. I mean, people's personal lives are their personal lives.
Weezy, we're shutting
unless
down.
or Until yes. We are shutting down. There's nothing wrong with your device. We are shutting down. We will see you in 15 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves. Phone a friend.
Wheezy, I think you might